Hey everybody, my next guest is the lead guitarist of the alternative modern rock band from Dallas, Texas, and Poughkeepsie, New York, that crashed into the scene in 2019 and quickly became known for their high energy live performances and breathtaking vocals. The band has over 300,000 streams, 30,000 follows, and 50,000 views of their live and official music videos, as well as having the cover of Eleanor Rigby reach number 22 on Billboard BBS Mainstream Rock Indicator Chart and number 14 on the SMR charts. Here he is to tell us all about it, is the lead guitarist himself, Pat Gasperini from Anything But Human. Pat, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Don, how are you, man? Pleasure. That was some intro, man. That's cool. That was good. You're going to give Howard Stearns a run for his money.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah.
Good times. I seen you dudes, man.
Yeah, it was great. Sony Hall was great meeting you. I caught you at the end of the show, but it was a great energy. It was great to be back in New York because I've been down in the Midwest and we're all over with the band. But these guys haven't played in New York much. I'm like, New York's a different crowd. We're used to a lot of good bands, so better go out there and give everybody a good ass whooping.
Yeah, and you guys definitely delivered. And I know that the lead singer Ryan Avila, he had mentioned that was his first time ever really in Manhattan, was with the Sony Hall show.
Yes, that was his first time. That was his first gig in Manhattan. Yeah, it was. So it was good, and what a great place to play, right?
Dude, that was an awesome place right there in the heart, like right in Times Square, pretty much, right across the street from like Hamilton and stuff.
I know. Yeah, totally great. And what a great band, like a classic Zebra band. You know what I mean, to play with. So we've been doing a lot of dates with Zebra, and it's been really working out well. They have the new 50th anniversary album coming out this year, and we plan to be on. Yeah. We're really looking forward to it, and we're doing a lot of dates with them this summer. So we'll be back, and I'm actually going to be in Texas next week doing a show at a place called The Rail with a band called Gunshine, another up and coming rock band. Then we're back in New York at Bethel.
Nice.
With Zebra, and then we're upstate New York with them as well. I think the 28th or 29th, end of month. So
very cool.
So yeah. So it's going good, and so I just wanted the song "Move On" charted on the BDS. Eleanor Rigby was the cover that they did, but I know that you're a fan of Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah, Eleanor Rigby's jam rocked at the end, man, and it's tough to do. To pull off a Beatles cover and make it rock, you know what I mean? And you almost forget that's a Beatles track because you guys kind of made it your own, which is also kind of a unique thing. You gave it some extra balls, I think, some rock legs.
Totally. It's a fun song that we really enjoy playing that live, and I think that the production and the way it goes over live is really incredible, and it goes over really well all the time, So, and it's fun to play, and it's like what a great song, you know what I mean? It's just like I don't think you could fuck that song up any way, you know.
Yeah, but, you guys killed it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and what was cool for us too is we went there to the Zebra show. We're Long Island guys. Zebra is pretty much a Long Island band, even though they're from New Orleans, and so we went there with no expectation really of what the opener, the traveling band was going to be. And you guys blew us away, man. All three of us, me and my friends, Joey Petroni and Tony Walker, shout out to them. We were blown away and just rocking out with you guys, man. And right from the beginning, right from the opening song, you guys just came out hard. And the vocals, everything was super tight. You were killing it on guitar. You have some serious chops, man. And
thank you so much.
Digging it, man. It's good to see. I know you guys been around for a while and you're not, young kids, but it's good to see rock and roll still making it happen. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I hear that a lot, and thank you. First of all, thank you very much for the compliment. It's greatly appreciated, and the band's on fire, man. I have to say, man, Um, I've been in a few projects. This one happens to be really gaining some legs, and I feel like it's the right time, too, because people are. I feel like the industry folks are just starving for new kick-ass music, man. So I feel like the timing is right. I feel like the I don't want to just say rock music, but live rock and stuff is starting to make a big swing back because not to disrespect any kinds, because I write and produce in a lot of different genres, but it's been a minute. It's time for some new kick-ass rock bands, man.
For real, dude. I feel like rock, like the pendulum is finally swinging back, and people are getting the
Yes.
appetite for rock music again. And I think you guys are just hitting it, no pun intended, but hitting the right notes that could really, it's heavy, it's hard, but it's still got some mainstream appeal to it. So I feel like, a lot of these singles you guys are putting out and this music could really kind of catapult to the next level, man.
Yeah, we're feeling the same thing. We're pretty excited about it. Yeah, we're getting that feeling, and we're getting that response too. I have to say, man, everywhere we go, it's been the same type of response. So we know we're onto something. It's just a matter of just, it's never easy, right? So if it was that easy, everybody would do it. But
Right. Yeah,
but
true.
we feel like the momentum is going our way, and we feel like we're making a lot of fans. And it's guys like you and podcasts like yours, and building the building blocks of the next. I want to say big thing because I feel the band's going to really. I feel the band's going to knock it out of the park. It's just going to be a few things have to line up this year, and I feel like we're going to come in and make our way.
And I feel like you're kind of in a way getting the blessing from like the veteran bands, like bands like Zebra,
Yeah.
and who are taking you out. And what's their have they been reacting to your band, and what's the like your interactions with Zebra been like?
I mean, it's been nothing but amazing, man. I've been a big fan of them since I'm a teenager. I opened up for them. I was in high school. My high school band opened up for them. So,
Nice, man.
it's a big thrill for me. And, I've toured with a lot of bands and a lot of national acts, but these guys are really great and they're really we're feeling the love, from the crew to the merch people to the band. They're always, doing the right thing by us and giving us shout outs and showing us love and respect and I feel like we're earning it and doing it proper. We're doing a proper job, opening up the night, getting the people fired up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right on, man. And like I said, I could speak firsthand on that because you, like I said earlier at Sony and at Sony Hall, you guys killed it and definitely won over that whole crowd. So it was pretty cool.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
when you're now traveling around and touring like this, and these guys are seeing New York for the first time, do you have time to take them anywhere through Manhattan? Is there any time to like show them New York?
We didn't have time, but we're going to have time. The next time we'll make time. It's just whenever we meet up, we're always like in rehearsal. Then we're doing shows. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
hard, But I didn't even get a chance to get them any New York pizza, man. They have to,
Oh
they,
wow.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, for real. It's
So
crazy, dude. Like the road life. Because you go into all these cities, all these states, all these towns, but you're sometimes you get confined to the hotel and then to the venue and
yeah,
you got to rock out and then go on to the next one.
that's usually the issue is that you're either flying in, jumping on the bus, or jumping in a vehicle. You check into the hotel, you sleep. If you go to rehearsal in, you go to sound check, and if you're doing radio, you got to do radio. But there'll be time when we'll have some time. But they got to really experience New York, and I hope to do it with them soon because we're here a few more times. I think we're going to be in September. We're here at Daryl's house, so we're going to be
Oh,
here
nice.
then. We're here at the end of this month, but then we're going upstate New York. So I don't know if we're going to have much time in New York, but I got to get these guys in for. I haven't even spent. I mean, I've toured quite extensively, but I haven't had a real good hang in Texas either. When we go there, it's like boom, right into the
Right.
from
Yeah.
hotel to rehearsal, a tour bus, and right and off we go. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just the way it is sometimes.
How did you hook up with these guys? Because you're a Poughkeepsie, New York guy, and I know you're a musician, probably been around the block a few times before getting with them. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit of the origins, how you what you were doing prior, and then how you ended up getting connected with Anything But Human.
Right, right, right. So I've had a career, a quite extensive career with my own bands, Pound and Four by Fate, and my own solo band, Patrick James Band. So I've been doing those projects and songwriting and producing multiple other projects. So I was signed to Universal, and now I'm signed to ATV Music Publishing as a writer producer.
Nice.
And I got hooked up with these guys through mutual radio friends, and we started collaborating on music. And that was the first introduction to them back in 2019, which led to their single "Move On" to go number one. That was the
Yeah.
first introduction. Then they won. Then they won a contest opening for Bon Jovi through the Eleanor Rigby recording, which really so they opened up for Bon Jovi and created that relationship. So we went back and forth on a writing level, and then we went in the studio again with the guys from Collective Soul,
Wow. Yeah.
who I toured with quite extensively, and that was our first. That's where we recorded the single that's out right now,
That's
"Time."
time. Time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we recorded that at Will's studio from Collective Soul, and so that happened, and then one thing led to another, and you know I started supporting they started doing dates, and then one thing led to another. We started just playing together. I mean joining their team.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it happened through mutual radio friends. You
Yeah,
know.
man.
And it clicked. I met Joel and Ryan on on Zoom, like you and I are talking, and then one thing led to another. And I flew in we played Bike Week for the first time. It felt really natural. It felt like because I take this stuff really serious, man. I've been doing this for quite a
Yeah.
while,
Yeah.
and I mean business. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man.
I'm out to get it done, man. You know what I mean? So, and I quickly realized that Joel was along the drummer had the same frame of mind that I did, and we all connected immediately on a musical level and on a business level,
Right.
and then on a friendship level. It felt easy. So
Right. Yeah.
this is still the business of music. It's still the music business.
Right. Yeah.
And in order to succeed, you got to really, you got to be more than just a great band. You got to really have your shit together, and that's where we connect.
Yeah. Because you like I said, you have more experience. I would think being in the industry longer than them, perhaps. So you have a lot of that business savvy, maybe that to help kind of, or is it a give and take with them as well, or is it kind of
Well, I mean, I've had more, experience under my belt. Joel's a smart businessman, um, and bands grow, man. You know what I mean?
right? Yeah.
I've been through multiple deals and recording deals and publishing deals and so on. So I've just have more of it under my belt, and I always kind of led the way as far as taking care of the business of my business of my bands and my project and my work. Um, so I feel like I bring to the table, my experience on a business level and on a songwriting level and on a performance level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trifecta.
And the band is serious about what they do, and they're great at what they do, and they're making moves and strides to the same level of excellence, and that's how this thing aligns. So yeah, so it's a cohesive unit, but it's kind of like the Clash of the Titans working
Yeah.
in a positive way. And I
Yeah.
say that because I've been in a lot of kick-ass bands, and this band kicks ass as hard as all the bands I've been working with.
Like
And
see.
I work with some heavy hitters. You
Right
know what I
on,
mean?
man.
So I'm proud to say that these guys really, swing the bat hard.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, and like you were saying, it's like like the yin and yang type of thing, because like I've seen this in the comedy world. We do a lot of stuff in the comedy world at Governor's Comedy Club here in Long Island, and
Cool.
other bands I've dealt with in the past, and other just entertainers in general. That a lot of times creative guys are not the best businessmen, and and businessmen not aren't always the most creative people. So sometimes you kind of, and there's very odd times that there's people like you who are both. You
Right.
know what I mean? The like diamonds in the rough
Right,
guy.
right. Well, that came along with making a lot of mistakes and trusting a lot of people and life. If I always had a sensibility because I'm a businessman as well. So I know how to wear. I have an ability to take off my business cap and be that artist, but I also have the ability to put that cap back on and say, hey man, we need to focus on this and do this and do this because this is what it takes to really break through.
Yeah.
And a lot of bands don't have, a lot of bands can't break through. A lot of great bands that never even see the light of day because they lack in the sense of, and I'm not saying that every band needs to have a great business uh, person in the band, but somebody's got to lead the pack.
Right. You need that
Somebody's got to
person.
lead the pack. So if
Yeah.
you got a great band with great songs, you need that person to knock on that door, make that phone call, represent you. Um, and I've had the honor to work with a lot of great people, and I was a sponge on the wall, man. I was on every radio meeting, every business call, and
Yeah. Right.
right?
Right.
So
Right.
everybody learns by mistakes, so I learn from them, and I feel that it puts me in a good position to really, sit on both sides of the fence and really carry a conversation with the head of a label, with the head of a promotion team, with a program director, and sitting in the studio writing hit songs because
Yeah.
they're all equally as important, man. One's not less than the other.
It's
So
true.
you're as good as your fucking song. If that's the one stickler I have, and I preach it. If you don't have you could have so many. There's so many kick-ass musicians out there, but if you don't have a kick-ass fucking song to back up a kick-ass band, you're pissing in the wind. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I feel songs are really important, man.
True.
Songs are the vehicle for all the great musicians to come together, and then there's the part of everybody serving the song because the song has got to take the lead, right? The
Right.
song's the most
The
important
song's the
thing.
most important. That's the diamond.
Yeah. So I feel like a good band serves the song. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I feel that this band really possesses that and understands the importance of that. And that's just how I feel.
Yeah, no, I think it's
Yeah.
great, man. It'd be awesome if every kind of band manager or yeah, could also shred like you.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Well,
Oh fuck yeah! That's the thing I love to do most. I really don't love doing the bit. I love the business part of it. It's just it takes away so much the joy of what it is. But I'm able to understand that because you have to be that way, or else you won't break through.
what's what like Brett Favre said, something along the lines of that they pay me for Monday through Friday, but I do Sunday for free.
Yep.
It's kind of that kind
Yeah.
of.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How important is like because I know you saying the song is the most important part, and I am with you 100% on that. And then selling the song, as far as like how important nowadays is social media component and music videos and getting it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff.
It's so it's just sad to say, but it's just the vehicle. But here's the good thing, man. Look, you and I are talking. You're going to
Right.
spread this to all your friends. So I think this is how I look at social media. Coming up in the ranks, it's just the new way of promotion, and it's really really important, and it can't be ignored. I mean, modern rock, pop bands, rock bands must tour, right? So it's not like you're a track act, an R&B act, where you can do a lot on social media and make a ton of. A rock band has to get out there.
Right.
People have to
Yeah.
feel your energy. People have to feel it. But social media is super important, man. I mean, you hit so many people that you would normally never get to hit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Until you break through. So Yes, every social platform is really really important, and it's part of the regiment, and it's consuming at times, but it's a it's a necessary evil. It keeps the fan base. That's how you're going to build a fan base today.
Right.
Obviously when you get on a big tour, a big summer tour with big radio behind you, but then the way to keep that ball rolling is social media, so it's very very important.
Yeah. It seems like it's gotten more and more important as it goes, but now it's, and I think it is a great way to touch base with the fan base and to keep them up to date on where you're going to be and
It
what
is.
new stuff you have out and getting clips and getting to know the band and all that sort of stuff. But to your point also about the live element, just seeing you guys live, the interaction, you feel like you get to know the personality of the band a little bit. And
100%,
yeah,
100%, man. There's nothing that beats the live stuff. Like all this, this is all great, but this is you and I. You're going to spread the word for the band to get people to our shows. That's really where it's at.
right,
Nothing's
right.
better than coming off the stage and going to the merch table and making you're making friends around the world. And then when you build people call it a fan base, but I call it a family, like Kiss, right? Kiss
Right.
has got such a fucking fan base, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't even matter what they put out. They built this army, and no radio, TV, no TV. Well, they announce tour dates, and just the Kiss Army just comes out. They're one of my examples because they're just amazing what they've done. You know what I mean?
It's crazy when you look at what a band and Kiss, like, obviously came out in the 70s, long
Right,
before the word viral was even a thing or any of that stuff. And they
right,
basically took over the rock scene, and led um, you know, just through their hard work, determination, stage show, theatrics, all that kind of stuff. And instead of podcasts, it was magazines like, Circus
right.
Magazine and
Yeah.
magazines like that.
Oh
That
yeah,
just,
Metal Age, all that. Yep, yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Those are good times, man.
Oh fuck yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. That was it, man.
Yeah, but
But
they're a great example for sure.
oh, sure, they're a great example. So that's what I feel. Rock bands have the edge. Like once you build that base and you build that family. Look at Zebra, perfect example.
Yes, great
Perfect
example.
example.
Great
I mean,
example.
right? I mean, 50 years. God bless them. You know what I mean? Look what they're doing. And I hope they have a great, great, great comeback album. And just we've done a few dozen dates with these guys already. We're going to do a lot of the summer with them, and they got a great fan base. Their fans are fucking great, man, and they love us. And it's just a really this marriage is really working out well, man. We
Yeah.
did our first show with these guys in I think Baton Rouge, their hometown.
Oh wow,
It
yeah.
it was fucking great, man. It was really good, and it just feels, the whole thing is, and I know a couple of the guys from other projects and guys that mutual players that we've played together, and they're tremendous musicians and they're just great people, and that's what I'm talking about, man. To be able to come back after 50 years and still
Dude,
fill rooms, man. You know what I mean?
that's what Zebra is a great example of that, what you're talking about, because Kiss exemplified it, became like one of the biggest bands in the world. But Zebra with their core fan base that took them through 50 years, I mean, that their fan base is still loyal, still with them, and they grew up with them. And think about it, like Zebra only has, I think, 4 or 5 albums out in 50 years,
Right,
and they
right.
still managed to keep their base like this because
Yeah,
there's just some magic within that band that
yeah.
people gravitate towards. It's like it's amazing when you see like the potential of what could be, like you're saying, how people can get behind a band.
Right. Yeah, it is. I mean, exactly. But it's perfect example. It's like this band is, they got a great catalog of music, man. They're still great musicians. They sound as good as ever, man. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean? And we're happy to be a part of it. And it's also nice to get the nod from, because they're a serious band, man. They're
Yeah,
not. Yeah, they can play.
yeah.
And I feel like we're earning their respect, and I feel like we're getting the crowd warmed up for them, and it's working really well.
It really is, and I think it's great to have kind of a younger band with a younger sound, kind of um, as the open for a band like Zebra, because it does open up the floodgates to let people know rock and roll's back,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's new blood out there that are kicking freaking ass and keeping the torch lit, man, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
huge.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally get it, man. Yeah, you
Right.
totally get it, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we're trying to do. And I want to thank that whole Zebra camp because they've been tremendous to us. And
Yeah, man. Mike over
yeah,
there, the stage guy,
oh yeah,
their manager, Mike rocks, man.
yeah, they're all great people. So
And
yeah, it's been great. And now we get to meet great people like you, and Long Island is a big scene, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
dude, we gotta get you
So
out, Long Island,
oh
man. It's freaking
oh
awesome.
yeah, for sure. We'll come back for sure, man. Yeah, I'm going to be speaking to your buddy Joey.
Joey Petroni, yeah, or
Yeah, Giuseppe.
WGBB. Yeah,
Giuseppe.
yeah, yeah. It's Petroni, Joey Petroni,
All right.
yeah. But yeah, so you talk about like getting the kind of the respect and the from Zebra and from some like you guys have been around with a lot of veteran.
Oh
You
yeah,
mentioned Bon Jovi. There's Tesla, Buck Cherry,
yeah.
Starship, Saving Abel, Saliva, Everclear. What's it like? How are those guys accepting you in, and any feedback from them? Any advice along the way? What's going on with those veteran guys?
Same same thing, man. Same thing. A nod of respect. You know, when the band plays, what I mean, it's we mean business. So
Yeah, yeah,
and people realize that, and it's been great. We do. Here's how this is just the way, and this is why all of us connect together because we let the music do the talking. You know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we let the music do the talking, and when we hit the stage, that's when the shit drops, and it's been nothing but great respect. The Tesla shows were great, man. God, we had a ball with those guys,
yeah.
and
They were awesome, man.
yeah, and Collective Soul shows were great. And every show that this band does opening for goes over great, man. I haven't had one bad response from anyone, except don't end. You're ending too soon. They want to hear more.
Ah, there
That
you go.
that's the only thing I hear, man. Well, the guys should play longer. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
So
go, man. Leave them wanting more, bro.
yeah, that's the problem. That's a good problem.
Because you was your closing song Eleanor Rigby?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
our
you guys
closer.
you hit hard, man, at the end there. Yeah, people were like,
Yeah.
"Come on, one more,
Yeah.
man."
Eventually, we'll be headlining everywhere.
Yeah, right on, dude.
It'll happen.
Right
And
on.
we want to play with all the people that helped us along the way, and we want to just do the same thing, and carry the next new band with us,
Right
because
on.
that's what needs to happen, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, the bands that are there need to bring up the new because that keeps them alive. You know
Right.
what I mean? And that has to be the way that goes, man.
You have to keep
That's what's going to
supporting.
keep,
Yeah,
yeah, and keep the cycle going. Keep bringing the new rock bands up. Keep supporting them and having them break because then your band breaks again. Because
for
now when the
sure.
genre comes back and radio's spinning all your songs, now you got the respect of all these new and up and coming bands, which it's a win-win.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Everybody wins, man.
Dude.
That's the way I see it.
Same here, bro. I think rock's definitely, making, rock never went away, but it went kind of underground. I think it's coming back out now. I feel like there's a craving for it now. People want real musicians.
Right.
They don't want AI. They don't want, robot voice rappers. They they want real rock and roll. They got real heart and soul to it, and guys that could rock out on stage live with instruments. and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and I feel like that craving is there, and now more than ever. So I feel like you guys are kind of right on the cusp of of that. You guys are
Yeah. Yeah.
leading the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Totally. I respect all genres of music and I love all genres, but I totally feel that people see there's a feeling that you can't get on a computer, you know what I mean, or a 80-inch TV. You can't feel that sweat and energy and that fucking blood. You know what I mean? You can't feel, but when you go to a live show, that's where it's at.
Right on,
So and
man.
I feel like people are starving for it,
Right
starving for it.
on.
I mean, look at
Truth.
everybody's out there, man. All the heritage bands are getting back together. All the classic rock bands, all the new rock bands. I mean, the touring is up, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's a good. Festivals are happening everywhere. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
it was hard to get around like the rock scene. Not that like, so if you're not already established rock band, you're okay. But to break like a new band breaking through and like look at even the '90s, but Creed made a big. They're playing fucking stadiums, man.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, they're of their era. They're the they're the classic rock of their era. You know, they broke up. Now they got back together. They're doing
Right.
stadiums.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That means something, right?
The
That
demand
tells
is
you
there. Yep.
that tells you the demand is fucking there, man. You
Truth,
know,
man.
with no radio, with no new single, with no new album, right?
That's crazy. Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
That's what we're seeing. So we're excited. I feel like the timing is right. I feel like the band's got the right band, great songs, and we just need to get in front of the right crowd. And I think that the rest will happen on its own.
I think it's all happening, man. I think it's all happening. You guys are taking it, and I love that you're doing a grassroots style too. You're winning over, city by city,
Yep.
and
Yep.
kicking ass. And then like I said, people should all go to. I'll put all your stuff in the description below. Be the
Yeah.
website, Instagram, all your stuff that you got. Everyone should check it out and support for sure. Yeah, because you guys rock, dude. Throughout this interview, I'll be putting in clips of your music and some of your videos and the live stuff,
Cool.
and some of the
Cool.
stuff I filmed when I was there at the show. Uh,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
man.
Very cool. Man, it
But
was great talking to you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I can't say enough about this anything but human band. Band's
yeah,
really on fire, man.
right on. And
So
so I think
man,
it's,
this was great, man. We got to do this again.
dude, you rock, man. I appreciate this, man. Very much. You guys taking the time. We just met you a couple weeks ago, and this is awesome that we got to connect. And I know you're going to be on with Joey Petroni a couple of weeks, like next
Yeah.
week. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Yeah. So thanks again, Pat, for doing this. Everybody, go check out Pat Gasperini and the band Anything But Human on Instagram, YouTube, all that things. Go see them live. Check them out. Their schedules on the website. Everything's going to be in the description below. So go in there and click away and check it all out.
But thank you so much, Don. It was a pleasure, man. I hope to see you again soon. Hope we get back to the island soon. And whenever we're close to New York, we hope to see you. And I'll tell Joey you said hi. And
Yeah.
hopefully we can get to Long Island this summer. You know what I mean?
Dude, it'll be awesome if you do. Let me know, man. We'll get you
All right.
governors and we'll hang out and have some beers and stuff like that and be a blast.
Sounds great, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks.
Great talking to you, bro.
You too.
All right.
Everybody, check out Anything But Human. Thanks, man. Take care.